All right, let's get into it. Forget everything you think you know about so-called diet food. Today, we're diving deep into a cookbook that's not about restriction at all, but about building yourself into a high-performance machine. This is our explainer on Anabolic Eats, Fuel Your Gains, which is basically a guide to high-protein recipes made for muscle, for power, and for peak performance.
And right off the bat, the whole philosophy is crystal clear. This cookbook wants to completely reframe how you look at your plate. See, it's not just about filling your stomach, it's about strategically using every single meal as a tool. Think about it like this. Every bite you take is either helping you build muscle and get stronger, or it's not. This book is all about making sure every meal is working for you.
And that really brings us to the biggest question of all, doesn't it? We have all been there trying to choke down another plain chicken breast with some steamed broccoli because we think that's what healthy has to taste like. Well, this book just throws that whole idea out the window. It promises that you don't have to sacrifice flavor for function. It's about getting the results you want while actually enjoying the food you eat. Imagine that.
So what in the world is anabolic eating? I know, it sounds pretty intense, but the concept is actually surprisingly simple. So let's do this. We're going to walk through a typical day of eating straight from this cookbook, just to see exactly how it works in the real world, from your first meal in the morning all the way to your last meal at night.
Okay, so here's the official definition from the source. It's all about creating an anabolic state in your body, which is really just a sciencey way of saying a building state. The opposite, of course, is a catabolic or breakdown state. So by consistently eating these high-protein, balanced meals, you're basically telling your body, hey, let's build and repair muscle. But honestly, the most crucial part is that last bit, without sacrificing flavor. It's about getting awesome results and enjoying the process.
All right, let's put this into practice. We're kicking things off with what is arguably the most important meal of the day, a power-packed morning. The goal here isn't just to, get you out of bed. It's to provide sustained, muscle-feeding energy that's going to power you through your morning workout and keep you feeling full all the way into lunch.
Just feast your eyes on these options for a second. Over on the left, you've got the Hercules Oatmeal. You can just tell it's a hearty, stick-to-your-ribs kind of breakfast. And then on the right, we have something called Cottage Thunder Cakes. I mean, come on, fluffy, protein-packed pancakes that look like they came straight from some fancy brunch spot. The names alone tell you this is not your average breakfast menu.
Now, what's really cool here is how the book caters to different goals. Let's say you need a serious, heavy-hitting powerhouse bowl to fuel a massive workout. Well, the 550-calorie Hercules oatmeal with those steel-cut oats gives you complex carbs for that long-lasting energy. But maybe you're looking for something a little lighter that's still jammed with protein for muscle repair. The 350-calorie Cottage Thunder Cakes, made with protein-rich cottage cheese, have you covered. It's not just about calories, it's about the right macros for the right job.
And the book is absolutely packed with these practical little gems. This pro tip for the Thunder Cakes is a perfect example. It's such a simple chef's trick, but it makes a real difference. It shows you that this cookbook is truly focused on making the food genuinely delicious, not just functional. It's the small details like this that really elevate the whole experience.
So after a morning powered by Hercules oatmeal, how do you avoid that dreaded afternoon slump? You know what I'm talking about. That's where the midday refuel comes in. This is the meal where so many of us fall off the wagon with boring salads or grabbing some unhealthy takeout. Well, this cookbook tackles that problem head-on, aiming to make lunch an exciting and strategic refuel session. And this just shows you the variety. And, let's be honest, the fantastically aggressive names. You're not just having lunch, you're eating sizzling samurai skewers. You're not just having a burger, you're tackling an ironclad black bean behemoth. It injects this level of fun and motivation into your meal prep that you just don't get from saying, I'm having chicken and rice again. And now, dinner. After a long day of work and a tough workout, this is the meal that helps your body repair and build muscle while you rest. The focus here is on these really satisfying, flavorful dishes that give your body exactly what it needs to grow stronger, so you can wake up the next day ready to do it all over again.
Just look at this lineup. I mean, from ironclad kettlebell chili to dragon breath beef lettuce bites. This completely demolishes the myth that eating for gains means an endless parade of plain chicken breast and steamed broccoli. We're talking seared pork, omega-rich salmon, and bold, exciting flavors. This is performance food that you'll actually look forward to eating every night.
But what about those in-between times? Those moments when you're feeling hungry, but it's not quite time for a full meal.
The book doesn't leave you hanging. There's a whole section dedicated to smarter snacks and even high-protein desserts to satisfy those cravings and keep you right on track with your goals.
And just look at how simple this is. 3 steps. Combine, refrigerate, serve. That's it. This is the Almond Butter Bliss Protein Chia Pod. It's a make-ahead snack that's so easy to prepare. And this accessibility is a huge theme throughout the cookbook. The message is clear. You don't have to be a professional chef to eat like an athlete. It proves that powerful nutrition doesn't have to be complicated at all.
So, as we've seen, this is so much more than just a collection of recipes. It's a complete system, a whole philosophy for setting up your kitchen and your life to support high performance. It's all about making healthy eating a seamless part of your lifestyle, not some chore you have to dread.
And this slide shows you exactly how the book does that. It's a full toolkit. You get pantry guides, so you always have the right ingredients on hand. You get meal planners, which takes all the guesswork out of your week. You get master shopping lists to make your grocery trips way more efficient. The whole goal is to remove all the friction and make it as easy as possible to adopt this lifestyle and actually stick with it. It's about building sustainable habits that lead to those long-term results.
So we end with this, a question that brings everything we've talked about right back to you, the person with big, ambitious goals. This cookbook lays out a clear and frankly delicious path to help you get there. It makes the case that the food you choose is one of the most powerful levers you have to transform your body and your performance. So the only question left is, what fuel will you choose for your journey?